Okay. What is a 401k and why do Brokies love it so much? In short, a 401k is a way to take your money out of the government's hands and prevent them from taxing it now. But in short, you're preventing them taxing it now because you're assuming when you retire, you're just as poor and it won't be taxed at a higher rate. Yeah. So, like in short, 401k is basically just the Brokies version of avoiding taxes. And 401ks offered by different companies have different features. One of those features is a dollar for dollar match, which is great for Brokies like us. A dollar for dollar means, hey, I'm going to put $1 in it before taxes to avoid taxes. And then they're going to put $1 in it equal to my dollar. So they just give me free money for putting money into the thing. Now, there's another match rate that's very common that's 50 cents on the dollar. So essentially, every time I put $1 in, I'm like, okay, bet. You give me 50 cents. Now, why am I telling you this? Why would a Brokie love this so much? It is because you have a relatively risk-free return on your money up to their match rate. So essentially, whenever you match something, this ain't tender. I ain't talking about tender. When you match something on this 401k, you get pretty instant value. Now, where different companies have different what's called vetting schedules. The vetting schedule just means like, hey, we want to make sure you Brokies stay in line for X amount of time. A vetting schedule also is quite useful in understanding how long they want people to be employed there. If you have a short vetting schedule, example, it's 3 years, where, okay, we're going to just give you a third of the match rate every year for 3 years. If that's the vetting schedule, that means they want you out of that company at year 3. So get ready to start applying other places because they're going to make up excuses to get you out of there on the 3rd year. I'm not speaking from personal experience or anything. Yeah, no, I definitely am. But like they're trying to get you out year 3 if it's a 3-year vetting schedule. If it's a 5-year cliff, which is, same basic concept, but it's for 5 years, that means they want you to stay there for about 5 years and potentially longer, but it's a good way to force us to stay there because we're like, oh, well, if I don't stay, that money that you're going to give me for free, I don't get. And like, I like free money. You like free money. We broke. We use few steps above the soup kitchen. Let's not kid ourselves. But in short, like that's vetting. That's the whole vetting process. It's more complicated, but this is just a simplification. The other thing to note about 401ks, I've mentioned it before, is the taxes. So essentially, I can take a 401k to dodge taxes. So essentially what you do is you take the money out before taxes are applied to your money. And a creative strategy that people do more often now is they take the 401k, try to max out whatever that match rate is, and then you can take a loan against the 401k, which, depending on many factors, market, all that stuff, is like a 10% loan interest rate, and then you can take that loan out, but loans aren't taxed. And that is the big hack of the rich. Loans are not taxed. Only income is taxed, not loans. Capital gains are taxed, not loans. So essentially, if you have money in a 401k, you can loan out against the money that you put into it. If the match rate is higher than the loan rate, putting money into it will yield more money than the loan rate. It's simple. In short, it's just like, hey, if I take $1 and I will use the 50% example. If I take $1 and I get 50 cents on every dollar I invest, then I have $1.50. If I take a loan against that $1.50, then I have 15 cents. And essentially, that $1.50 subtract 15 cents is still greater than the dollar that I put in. So in short, if you like want to leverage the thing, but you're like, I don't have enough money or cash flow to like cover that, then you can just leverage it through the loan, put all of the money in it to pull money out of it without having to pay taxes on it. And also, side note, like say a tax rate is 20%, you're also saving money by not paying taxes. Now you are screwed later, but this is not a later problem. We broke. We're trying to solve now problems. In the future, you're going to have to pay taxes when you're retired and old and wrinkly. I'm already a little wrinkly, but I ain't wrinkly enough to retire. And honestly, you know, they keep saying we're going to get pushed to 70 before we ever retire. So, you know, will I make it to 70? I don't know. I've had way too much C4 in my life. Probably ain't making it to 70. I've had way too many Monster Energy drinks. Probably not making it. But I could just put it in that 401k and I could loan against it. Now, they do force you to liquidate it over time. I'll go into detail on that at some point. But they force you to liquidate it at a certain age. I don't know it off the top of my head. But know that the 401k is a really useful tool for Brokies. Unlike other retirement accounts, you can take loans out against it, which really makes it where you can just get money that's not taxed. You can take that loan out. You could put it on something else that would allow you to gain money on it. Or you can gamble. You know, I'm not suggesting that you gamble your 401k. Once again, not speaking from experience. Yes, I definitely have gambled my 401k on different business ventures. But did they work? Yeah, still waiting to see. We'll see if they pan out. Probably not. But anyway, my point is we need to just be honest who we are. We're Brokies. We need to make money. We need to make money now. And I think the quickest way to make money now is put money in a 401k. Most places offer it. I know that like Walmart offers a 401k. The Ingles, which is like a local grocery store, offers a 401k. Most factories offer a 401k. If you put money into the 401k, you're like, you literally can just use it to like get some free money. And then like, you know, what you do with that money, that's on you. Like if you want to like spend some scratchers, you want to put it into a cryptocurrency that will definitely go down in value. I've lost a lot of money in crypto before because why not? I'm YOLOing. But I realize that instead of YOLOing to be rich, let's just like YOLO enough to retire one day, maybe, perhaps. If you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe and share it to a Brokie that needs to understand the basics of like how to be broke with a little bit of class, all right? These people haven't been broke before. They need to understand now that they're being dragged down with the rest of us into the Brokie lifestyle. In the future, I'll talk about different options for us Brokies, whether it's, you know, working on a Roth account, working on a traditional IRA, or, frankly, making a little affiliate money. Speaking of which, affiliate codes down below. I ain't gonna be shameless. Nah, that's a shameless plug. I am shameless. Yeah, that's shameless. Give me that link click, because that link click will make me have some money that I can gamble into some options. Gamble into some pink sheets. I mean, I'm just trying to YOLO away any of the affiliate money that I get into like high risk investments. And I'll tell you guys how it goes. I'm not going to tell you specifically to invest, because that's financial advice. But I will tell you, my favorite thing to do is to take a safe stock, a dividend stock, and then take those dividends and YOLO them into the most risky pink sheet investments that you could possibly see. Very secure with dividend stocks, very risky with pink sheets. Over-the-counter trader,